Now, imagine for a moment that you really, really love football. You play it every day, you watch it on the television, you live and breathe the sport, but then you lose your sight. Well, that is exactly what happened to 9-year-old Mikey Poulli 2 years ago. And I'm glad to say that Mikey and his dad, John, are with us here on Sky Sports News this afternoon. Look, a very warm welcome. Great to have you both on set with us this afternoon. As you can see, big Arsenal fans. We'll come to an Arsenal question, Mikey, in a short while. But let's start with you, John. Just tell us about Mikey's story.
So Mikey was born perfectly normal, healthy child in 2010, and he was fully sighted, and he remained fully sighted. And we took him for a random eye test when he was about 6 years old. And it was a random eye test. It wasn't because we'd noticed anything. It was just a complete random test. And they noticed something not quite right with his retina, which is the light-sensing cells at the back of your eye, which enables everyone to see. And then within a couple of months, he was diagnosed with this rare incurable eye disease called rod cone dystrophy. And even at that diagnosis, he was still fully sighted. And the doctors basically said that he could go blind completely, or he could lose substantial loss of vision, but they didn't know how much vision he would lose. They didn't know how quickly he would lose his vision, or whether he would lose his vision completely at all. And within 18 months, he lost his vision completely. So the doctors were completely shocked, as were we. I mean, we were completely devastated and heartbroken, and we're still in disbelief about it. Yeah, the doctors were completely shocked that he'd lost his vision from being almost perfectly sighted within 18 months. So, and in terms of his football, he always loved playing football. We're big Arsenal fans, as you just mentioned. And he would always play football at his local club before he lost his vision, at home with me, with his younger brother. And while he was losing his vision, it didn't faze him one bit. He just wanted to carry on playing football, and he never once complained about his vision. He was more concerned about potentially not being able to play football rather than anything else.
Look, Michael, we're looking at pictures of you playing football, which and scoring an absolute screamer with your right foot, actually, as well. For you, getting back to playing football, we can actually show you this mask that Mikey uses. Now, Mikey uses that whilst he's training, isn't it? So just tell us a little bit what it was like for you getting back to playing football.
I just never gave up. And it was just natural because I just love football.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah, really good. Tell me about the mask. What's the use of that? What's that for?
The mask is because some players might have shadow perception, and they have to make it fair, so you just make sure that no one can see anything. So, yeah, it makes it a standard sort of fairness, and nobody can see it to the left or the right as well. OK, that's really good. Now, listen, I know you're raising awareness, both of you, for Mikey's condition. Just tell us a little bit more about what rod cone dystrophy is, John. Yep, so rod cone dystrophy is it's a rare incurable disease, and effectively what it means is the rods are what give you your peripheral vision, and if I get this the right way around, and the cones are what give you your central vision, and a dystrophy is obviously the deterioration of those light-sensing cells, which are called photoreceptors. And effectively what happened in Mikey is he wasn't getting the right protein to these cells in those specific genes, and the rods and the cones eventually died. So it's kind of called tunnel vision. So it kind of starts outside and it closes in, and so it's like looking through a straw, and then eventually that straw closes. So that's what's been described as what he would have gone through at a young age. OK. Look, there's a very fine trophy here, Mikey. It's the Pride of Sport Trophy Award. I say it's a wonderful trophy. Tell us how you won that. I won it for Young Achiever, and they saw me playing and they got really inspired. So then they nominated me to win this award. And I hear that you're really fearless as a player. Now, what's your favourite position? I'm a striker. You're a striker. I like squares. Oh, no, I think that was a bit obvious, wasn't it? we saw the goal, we saw you nail it. And what about Arsenal? Just tell us a little bit where your passion for Arsenal came from. I think this is a family question, really, isn't it? But so, can I answer it? Can't you? My dad. You start. My dad. Yes, come from Dad. I played football with my brother every day. I went to Arsenal games. I still go and I love them so much. I love the crowd and I just love Arsenal, naturally.
And I understand, Mikey, that you've even trained with the England team and met the players. I mean, how amazing an experience was that? We're looking at some of those pictures now.
It was really fun. They were really nice to me.
Which players?
There was Trent Alexander-Arnold and Jadon Sancho there.
Yeah.
They were.
What did you do to Trent?
They were. I nutmegged Trent.
Did you not make Trent?
Yeah.
Dad whispered that one in. We've got to get that one in.
It's all over YouTube. And
Is it?
Yeah, there's evidence, plenty of evidence.
Was that one of your career highlights so far, Mikey? Nutmegging Trent?
Yeah.
Proud dad moment.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Yeah.
I bet you were probably more excited.
I was, yeah.
I think you probably were. No, look, I mean, it's such an important cause. What is a message that, we'll start with you, John, that you'd like to give people watching today about this? Because there will be people watching who will have felt the confusion and the difficulty that you've been through as well. And you know, I can't laud your courage, both of you, enough coming in here. I mean, it really, it's humbling for me just to be sat with you. But what message would you like to give to those watching?
I guess, I mean, as any parent would say, you know, their children are their life. So, you know, Mikey and my younger son, Angelo, you know, these boys are my life. And with what Mikey's gone through, you know, it's my kind of objective and objective in life to raise as much awareness as possible.
Yeah.
Not just of his, like, raw football talent, which, you know, even as a dad, and I take him training every week, and I'm amazed and in awe of what he can do, and I see it every week. So I want to obviously raise awareness to show the world of, you know, what you can achieve, no matter what the obstacle is, if you never give up and have a dream. And he's shown that in abundance. But also, obviously, to raise as much awareness of his condition in hope for a cure one day. So we've spoken about rod cone dystrophy, and that's what I'm striving as the parent for a cure for. And, you know, he's got social media accounts at Mikey Poulli on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. He's got a website, mikeypoulli.com, where you can actually go and leave audio messages to encourage Mikey and keep him going, because he listens to every single one of them.
Does he?
So there's a lot we're doing, and hopefully in the future there'll be a cure.
Mikey, we're nearly done. We've got about 10 seconds. Just Mikel Arteta at Arsenal, how do you feel about that?
I actually think he's going to do well, and also he was an Arsenal captain and an Arsenal legend, so he loves the club. So I think he's going to do really well.
Great. Listen, Mikey, John, thank you so much for joining us
Pleasure.
here at Sky Sports News today. It's been a real privilege. Thank you.
Thank you.